Anyway, speaking of crazy motherfuckers, this country is full of dumber than dumpster sludge. Woman arrested over bomb threat made against Boston Children's Hospital. Now, what kind of psycho motherfucker do you need to be to threaten to blow up a children's hospital? What kind of crazed, insane, fuckface motherfucker do you have to be to call a children's hospital and threaten to blow them up? Well, the answer to that question is a Republican. That's what you have to be, a Republican. A Massachusetts woman was arrested on Thursday in connection with a, quote, hoax bomb threat made last month against Boston Children's Hospital, which has seen weeks of harassment and threats for, wait for it, providing gender-affirming care and federal officials announced. So this is like a libs of TikTok, like, conspiracy theory, where they think that, like, this is like kids are going into this hospital and they're being secretly transitioned against their will or some shit. Catherine Levy, 37 years old. You know, it's a big revelation for me, you know, coming of age, right? You know, going from a child to an adult, right? When you realize that, like, you know, when you're a kid, you always have this thought, like, oh, the adults know so much more than me. They're always so wise, the adults, right? And then one day it just dawns on you. You're an adult now. You realize you don't know what the hell is going on. But then you look at the rest of these motherfuckers. 37 years old. And this bitch is believing in, like, fucking, like, Satan worshipping cults of, like, child stealing, like, 37. And she never learned that Santa Claus isn't real. 37 years old. 37, like, fuck me. Like, if you were to say a 7-year-old would say this kind of shit, I'd still be like, 7? Really? That sounds more like a 4-year-old. But 37 years old, and this bitch is believing in some crazy psycho conspiracy shit. Has been charged with 1 count of explosive materials, willfully making a false bomb threat. Massachusetts U.S. Attorney Rachel Raquel, is it Rachel or Raquel? I don't know how to fucking pronounce that. Rollins said. So she had the bomb, she had the explosive material. Now, okay, I never understood this. Why, if you are actually going to make the bomb, why would you threaten them first? Why would you call them first? Then they're gonna fucking come get you. Right, if you're gonna blow up the children's hospital, why give them a heads up? Dumber than dumb, but I mean, again, Republicans, you know? On August 30, Boston Children's Hospital received a bomb threat over the phone, during which the caller reportedly said, in part, "There is a bomb on the way to your hospital. You better evacuate everybody, you sickos." Now imagine getting that phone call. Right, like, you're probably, like, treating, like, a child cancer patient, and some crazy Republican's like, "You're a sicko." What, like, what? I'm a sicko? What? Quote, "As you can imagine, this resulted in an immediate response by the hospital and local authorities and federal authorities," Rollins said during a press briefing. "The hospital and surrounding area were placed on lockdown, though authorities ultimately determined that there were no explosive devices at the hospital. Investigators traced the phone number that called in the bomb threat to a T-Mobile account owned by Levy." These motherfuckers, they're so stupid, they're not even going to call on, like, a scrambled line. They're just going to call on their own cell phone. I mean, fuck! They're just so stupid. Quote, "She was arrested at her home earlier today, and the telephone used to make the alleged threat was recovered." Yeah, that's just her personal cell phone. Following an initial court appearance Thursday, Levy was detained pending a detention hearing scheduled for noon Friday. Online court records do not list any attorney information for her. The charge provides for a sentence of up to 10 years in prison. Imagine you are 37 years old and you go to jail for 10 years for threatening to blow up a children's hospital. Like, that's your legacy? That defines the rest of your life? People are going to go like, oh, are you that bitch who wanted to murder kids? Yeah, that's me. I'm the bitch who wanted to blow up a children's hospital. Yeah, I'm the almost soon-to-be child murderer, except they foiled my plot, those darn kids and their fucking dog. Quote, the alleged conduct is disturbing, to say the least. Rollins said, bomb hoaxes cause fear, panic, and a diversion of resources that could have real impact on our communities. The people that were... Imagine if someone's trying to fucking... They're in the middle of surgery and there's a fucking bomb threat. That's crazy shit. The people that work at the children's hospital and the parents that bring their loved ones to the children's hospital are under enough stress. Rollins did not make any comment on the possible motive, although noted that the hospital has been subjected to a sustained harassment campaign over its gender-affirming care. Boston Children's Hospital is home to the nation's first pediatric and adolescent transgender health program, according to the hospital. After it posted a since-removed informational video about gender-affirming care it provides for patients, far-right social media accounts and commentators began harassing the institution, according to the hospital. Imagine that. Giving health care to kids. We're gonna blow that fucking shit. Like, again, this is like the modern day pray circles. You know, we're all gonna get into a circle and we're gonna pray the gay away. You know, remember when people would do that? Like, someone would get caught, like, jerking off to, like, you know, I don't know, like the Home Depot fucking catalog, and then they get fucking sent to, like, some fucking... their aunt's house, and everyone's got candles, you know, it's like looking like some paranormal activity shit, right? And they start praying the gay away. You know, right? Like, that's the modern day version of that shit. These people are fucking insane. And imagine, I need you to understand, I need you to fucking understand. A 37-year-old adult, a 37-year-old adult, that's 11 years older than me. Like I knew that Santa Claus wasn't real when I was like 9 years old, and yet this bitch is willing to blow up a children's hospital in the name of Santa Claus. Like, she believes in the conspiracy. There's no proof. There's no evidence. But she believes in these conspiracies so much that as a 37-year-old, she's willing to blow up a children's hospital. Holy mackerel. I mean, that is crazy shit. That is crazy fucking shit. These people, again, Republicans, I need you to understand, there is no such thing as a good Republican. Not your uncle, not your grandpa, not your brother-in-law. They're garbage. There is no such thing as a good religious person. They're trash. They're dumb. Again, these are grown fucking adults that are willing to blow up children because God told them that, oh no, there's the transgenders, and then they become trans, and then they destroy the world. Like, okay, let's imagine this. Let's take it at the charitability angle here. Okay, so there's a grooming factory, like, in the basement of this hospital. They make all the kids transgenders. Then what? Then what? Okay, so now the kids are transgenders now. Now what? Now, like, the world's over? What happens? What happens to the world? If a kid is trans, what happens? Guess what happens? Nothing! They just get to live their lives and they're happy. Like, that's it. Like, I don't know. Oh my god, these motherfuckers. I really can't. I really can't. She'll likely get out, run for office, or get a job at one of... Yep, that's correct. This bitch, the day she gets out of prison, is going to walk onto the set of InfoWars, 100%.